Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to reacting to Nisemonogatari. Tonight we're on episode 3. What happened last time? So, episode 2. Got it up. Okay, first, I do have to read this. In fact, I have it up. The little, flashing screen thing. Forgot to read it last episode, so we're gonna read it this episode. Because I already have it up. Overall, this was just Kanbaru, Sengoku, and we saw a little bit of Karen. That's the 3-second recap. Now we read this, and then we actually will skim the episode a bit. So, gotta get my narrating voice ready. My older sister, Araragi Karen. Since elementary school, her hair was mostly in a ponytail. If I recall, there was this one time, though, where she had just entered middle school that she dyed her hair. She dyed it such a shocking, glaring pink, good choice, that it could not even be compared to an anime character's. To this day, her reason for doing that is still unknown. However, what consequently followed was predictable. Our mother slapped her across the face. In her defense, that was probably the one time when she lost her temper and took physical punishment with her children. That same night, Karen dyed her hair back to normal black with Indian ink. However, she continued to follow her infamous middle school impression, and it's understandable how that affected her personality. Quite plainly, she isn't what one would call cute. Cool would fit better. I think that makes sense. For a while now, Karen has been training in martial arts and has consequently achieved great posture. Because of this, she seems to be a significant 5 centimeters taller than she really is. Okay, so Araragi's coping that she's taller than him. Because he says that she's a significant 5 centimeters taller than she really is, as if, her height is fake. No, that just means she knows how to stand up straight. You're slouching. It's not that she's standing tall, it's that you're slouching, Araragi. Come on. This appearance also appears to be a reason for her to never wear any skirts. She claims, quote, my legs would seem too long with the skirt on, while she leaves her school wearing her favorite loose jersey. She probably is the only one who can still look cool while wearing an outfit like that. Okay, so Araragi thinks she's cool at least, right? He does say that she's not cute, but is cool. So that's a positive impression of her. What's interesting to me here is that we haven't seen Araragi's parents at all, but he just mentioned their existence. So, if we kind of go with the thing that, we don't see characters that don't matter to Araragi, right? Because, I mean, that's just kind of how the show seems to work, because it's all from Araragi's perspective. Then, why aren't we seeing his parents? Are the parents somewhat neglectful and just not a big part of their, the Araragi siblings' lives? Or are they, out working all the time? We don't really know that situation. I'm kind of led to assume that he just, doesn't care about them. The only reason we're seeing the sisters is because every time we've seen the sisters in Bake was... Excuse me, I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper, so you know the carbonation sometimes hit different. Every time we saw the sisters in Bake, if I recall correctly, was, them waking Araragi up, jumping him and just doing that to him, right? So in that way, he can't avoid seeing them. But otherwise, they weren't really, a big part of the show. And now we're only really seeing them because it's a story about Karen, or about the bee, right? Oddities are starting to get involved with them. And of course he's going to notice oddities. That's, what he does. The reason he's noticed every other character is because of oddities. So if his sisters are about to get hit by one, which they are, and, I mean... supposedly Karen might already have been doing oddity stuff. I don't even know. Because Araragi's not even, paying attention to them now. But because of, point being, I'm not sure he would have even noticed the sisters at all if they didn't have the oddity stuff and if they weren't jumping him all the time. So maybe it's not that weird that we haven't seen the parents. It just means that the parents aren't, slapping him awake in the morning, or screaming at him, or just being very noticeable. If they're just acting like normal parents, that could be something that Araragi just tunes out. I think that's kind of in character for him, but it could go either way. It's something interesting to keep in mind for sure. To dye her hair pink is hilarious, and then immediately dye it back to black. Her poor hair. I feel like that would hurt your hair to freaking ping pong like that. So yeah, Tsukihi, Karen. I really like Karen. Karen's been really fun to me. Oh, you know what's interesting? This location here, in the, preview, this is very similar to the location that he, dealt with Kat Hanakawa. I wonder if that's supposed to be a thing. I mean, it's like a similar like, it's not the same location. Like I think the light posts in the back are different, but like it makes me think of that like dueling aspect, right? Like the confrontation between man and oddity or whatever. Okay. So cool, good stuff. Definitely excited to watch the OP again. I'll wait though, because we're obviously gonna like see the OP unless they change the OP. Who knows? Presumably we're gonna watch the OP again, so I'm excited for that because they have a really good OP. Son Goku trying to get freaky, play the game of life. Was gonna play King Game, which of course is about giving orders and taking them. Which I mean, Tsukihi presumably gives orders to Karen, right? Because Tsukihi is the brains in their operation. So who's to say that like the Karen bee isn't actually the Tsukihi bee, or Tsukihi is Karen's bee, and Karen is the bee to Tsukihi or something? You know, like Queen Bee, Worker Bee, King's Game. It's all connected. Holy, that could totally be the case. I could totally see that. I mean, with the whole brain brawn relationship, which isn't entirely like necessarily one-to-one brain brawn, but there seems to be like an ordering there. So for us to be talking about King's Game, like giving orders, taking orders, totally could reflect that back to the sisters relationship, which then like could tie into the oddity stuff. I mean, especially with the bee thing. Who knows? Because I mean, we already have seen Hachikuji as a freaking oddity to Aragi. So what if one of the sisters was like infected by the bee and is the oddity to the other sister? That could be cool. We'll see though. It's just so funny to me that like you can scroll through the show and it's like, oh, there's Sengoku naked, and then you scroll a little later, it's like, oh, there's Kanbaru naked. It's just this show, man. I feel like I had something. I was scrolling through the episode like a minute ago before I even started recording. Oh yeah. I mentioned it last episode. I'll very briefly mention again. The whole like naked like is the true self thing. You know, it's kind of interesting to me that Kanbaru when she was naked was very like she was kind of depressed. I don't know, like I don't know how much to read into this, because I mean in context it makes sense that she was like in a bad mood because her grandma like just like saw her naked. But if we're to like really try to say that nudity is like when they're at their most them, like their purest self or whatever, then like Sengoku nude is very timid and shy or whatever, and then Kanbaru nude is like kind of depressed or whatever. Like you maybe if they keep doing, and like I mean Hanakawa nude is like screaming and panicking and like losing her mind, right, with the hands stuff. So I mean nudity I think has been used in a context to like show like a repressed, not necessarily repressed, like a layer deeper negative emotional state or fear or anxiety or something. Like, you know, with Sengoku, it was like she was like so super timid and stuff. Obviously, she was shy about her body, so it makes sense in context. But I think you could also read it as like when they're naked, they're at their purest form, and so we need to like pay extra attention to how they're acting when they're naked, so we can see like if they have any problems that they're like keeping hidden. Like, what if Kanbaru actually is kind of somewhat depressed or like sad, discontent in her life, and her acting like that when she's nude is like foreshadowing for that actually being like a big part of her character, as opposed to just being she's kind of acting depressed in context to being naked. You know, you could see it both ways, but I do think it's something interesting that we can keep in mind, especially if, because I mean Hanakawa, right? They use the nudity very precisely as a like her actual self versus her fake self, or like the self she was showing to others. So at least there, like there's the precedent set for nudity. So trying to apply it to Sengoku and Kanbaru can be definitely something interesting. Karen, I love Karen. She's so fun. I love this shot of her with the bike. Like, I don't know what she's doing. I just like her energy. She's just having a good time. High energy, walking around on her hands. Like, doesn't care that Araragi says that's cringe. She's just like, okay, I'm gonna do the bridge technique, and then waddle away. Though she gets called, who she's talking to? Tsukihi? We don't know. Like, they literally, like, obscure it, right? Yeah, we don't know what is said there. Because Araragi doesn't know what's said, right? Why did my face just appear? Did you see that? Why did my OBS just like up? Why did that happen? Wait. Okay, that was weird. Minimize that. Oh, it's because some random applications are opening. Get out of here, Omen Gaming Hub. I don't know what you are. I don't know what you are. I'm gonna install you after I finish recording this. Okay. Good thing that happened now as opposed to like during the episode. Was there anything else I really wanted to like go over? Tube top. I think someone said this was a tube top. Tube top. Yay. Appreciate that. I think that was in the Discord. I don't remember actually. My brain is slow. Is there anything? Boys Love is BL. That's kind of a fun thing. That's just like her freaking yaoi books. Dude, it's a construction site. She's got ladders, pedestrian warning, construction, shovel books, towers, escalators, a love den, sexually assault Aragi. Oh my goodness. Dude, and like she's lesbian, right? That was like the big plot point of Bake. I like these muscles and she's feeling them up. Whoa. She's freaky with it. She's freaky with it. But yeah, and then the episode ends with... Does it literally end on him just wailing? Wait, let's see. I need to know where we're picking up. Oh, it does. I will never introduce myself to Hachikuchi with sexual harassment again. Character development, if that's true, or maybe he's just saying that in the moment. Okay, let's jump into the next episode, honestly. Nisei 3. Okay. Let me take another sip from my Dr. Pepper cream soda. You know how it goes. Bro, this is such a perfect drink. I love that drink so much. Okay. 25 minutes, episode 3. Clear their mind. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Progress. Wow. Just so you'd come clean it? That's funny. Imagine. House husband. Indeed she would. Also, where is Senjougahara? He's not spending time with Senjougahara either. But we'll see. No. No. The only thing keeping him from degeneracy is Senjougahara. Oh my, okay. Yeah. Oh, the books fell. I will hurt you. Yeah. That's fair. I appreciate that. What does that mean? What Kombaru? Well, that's a cool stylization there. I mean, they're two of the top students, right? I guess they've been talking behind the scenes. That's interesting. Hanafuda. Oh, geez. How is this gonna... I'm not. Oh, she sucks. She's getting rolled. They're not even explaining it to me. I don't know how the game works. That's okay. Oh, she got absolutely rolled and smoked. It was like 60 to 0 or something. Bracelet, bracelet. That's funny. That's I think that's a callback to she used to say bracelet like with her teammates. Oh, Twister. You want to play Twister with her? The true final boss is Sengoku the final boss. Oh, Konbaru. A punishment game? A sexual pact, yeah. Oh, an act, okay. Never gamble? Oh my gosh, it's another OP. Wait, I thought we were getting the B one. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll have to watch the B one again. I want to watch the B one again, bro. I got tricked. Okay. Even if I'm beside you right now. And look, like, she's uneasy. Why is she uneasy, man? Surely it's about Araragi. I mean, maybe it's Hanakawa? Because apparently there's a relationship there that's going on. Is this the same one? This might be the same one as the first one. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Wow, why are we going back to this? It's interesting, because, like... the OP is of characters that we're avoiding. And not necessarily avoiding. I think Araragi is avoiding the sisters to a degree. I don't think he's avoiding Senjougahara. I think he's more just, we're not dealing with Senjougahara now. Like, that's just not happening. So why is the OP keep having us go to Senjougahara? Like, maybe we're about to have Senjougahara in this episode. But, like, I kind of feel like, you know, them two are in a relationship, Senjougahara and Araragi. But Araragi keeps, like, going to all these other girls' houses and playing games with them. I'm gonna have to read that later. So maybe, like, Senjougahara, like, feels jealous or whatever. Or, like, feels neglected in the relationship. I mean, we kind of talked about that with episode 1. I don't know. Monkey arm. Monkey. Monkey. Well, it'll cure in, like, a couple years, right? I think that's what was said. Right. Yeah, a few years. Few years. That was a great shot with the dead trees there. I liked that. Why is it scary? Hello? Who is this, a vampire hunter? It's kind of the energy they have. Caution? Why am I supposed to be cautious? And there's a red river between them? That's scary. What's up, Kaiki? Okay. Mountain of clamshells tree. Mmm. That's interesting. If I'm a dead tree, you're a sapling? This guy's like, what's the word? The gain child. I don't know what that means. I think he's just like tired of everything. Like he's seen a lot of things and he's just done with it. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Oh. Oh, okay. Any aura. Maybe the monkey residue? Monkey residue? Okay, so he's like another Oshino, but kind of, I'm thinking. Oh, he has a club tie thing. Suspect? Okay, maybe he's a detective. Oddity detective. And this is, wait, maybe he got a, okay, maybe something happened with Karen. Maybe Karen did something like an act of justice that was like bad, and he's trying to like hunt it down. Oh, he thought of Oshino too. Yeah, maybe he's like trying to hunt down like some events that are happening. True. Um, and so he went to where he thought he got some oddity like juju from, which was Kambadu's house. Yeah, this guy could totally be like pursuing the Fire Sisters. Would be my guess. Wait. Okay, he changed his mind. He's actually not going with him. Heard. Yeah, man was scary. Hmm. Who is that? Senjougahara! Okay, we do get to see her this episode. Good. Hey. Why'd she go in the alleyway? Yeah, catch up with her. And the Akira slide! He did the Akira slide. That was great. I love the Akira slide. A classic. I rewatched Akira the other day. Yeah. Oh, is he skipping out on tutoring from both of them? I forgot. Maybe he said that in episode 1. He probably did. It is depressing. Yeah, shame me, actually. Man, she walks away. She is kind of a Giga woman. Chibaragi. It is Hachiku. That is Hachikuji's gag. True. Dang. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I thought could have been happening, but I can't tell. I can't tell. It's hard to tell how much she's genuine or joking, because she's always like this. Everyone loves you and you're super popular? Is that in regards to all the other girls? That was like an Egyptian hieroglyph. Yeah. Yeah, is she jealous? It was 5. 6 including Senjougahara? Oh, the grandma. Oh, okay. Ah! Did you just shove a box cutter in his mouth? Regarding adultery. Yeah, it's just tree. Mm. I'll kill them too. Yeah. I can use however I like. That is cruel. Aw, cute little underclassmen. Dude, I could never. She's way too OP. She's scary. To whom you belong? I mean, I'm kind of into it, but like, oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So I do think she feels bad that he hasn't put effort into their relationship recently, and keeps spending time with all the girls, which is kind of what we thought based off the OP. Aw, oh, not a kiss. Yeah, high status. But it's not like I don't think she's like super messed up at all in the relationship. She's just like maybe like a little insecure, and she's kind of bringing that up. But I don't know. That's like just how they communicate. I think. I don't think this is like like super bad or anything. I'm kind of chilling. Yes, yes, I do. In fact, with Senjougahara or with Hachikuji, I think you could say that he has done some misdemeanors. All right, those might be bigger than misdemeanors. Wait, how'd you know that? Oh, don't lie to her. And I was changing the subject. That's fine. Okay, that was a great counter from her. That was a great counter. Okay, let's see. Oh, the cult leader. That'd be something. I don't think it's so, but that could be a connection. Okay, why are we going back to the kidnapping scene? Or that was all a prequel. Now we're doing the kidnapping scene. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. So we were the first part of the first episode was in the future a little bit, and then we went back. And now we're here again. Could have to do with the cult a little bit. Okay, so this did happen. This wasn't like a metaphor or anything like that. Hmm. This is true. This is so true. Kaiki Daishu. She knows his full name. Okay, how do you know this man? Return? Why'd it cut to the Shinobu donut place? A fraud. Maybe he's one of the other people that she tried to get cured with. Yeah, he was one of the like bad ones. She had mentioned there were more, I thought. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize it was five. I was thinking 2 to 3, but five it is. Kaiki was one of them. Okay, that makes sense. I wonder if it's that this guy was a fraud, or if she just wasn't ready, like or if like they just didn't mesh, you know? Because he could have been real and it just didn't work, right? With him and Senjougahara, but I don't know. My entire family and I. Okay, maybe he's... Okay, maybe he just didn't help at all. It sounds like he didn't really help. Okay. Aw. I don't want to get conned out of you. That's kind of sweet. Because we know Araragi would get wrapped up in him eventually. Man of Justice. I literally was thinking, why are you using a Fire Sister term? Me and Araragi are in the wavelength, bro. In a lot of ways, but not every way. That would be bad. Because he's got some problems. Okay. Are you going to deal with him? Because I can't just stay here forever. Okay, but what if he's, like, attacking my sisters right now? I don't think he's going to come into this room, but... Oh, like, moves into the city. I see, okay. I'll go click on him. What is that, the sound of the box cutter? Oh, can you answer my phone? Okay, how's he so... Yeah, I need you to help me get my phone. Thank you, Senjougahara. Wow, we're getting a little freaky with it right now. Your life nor your pockets. Younger little sister, help me. Yeah, literally saw it coming. The guy's attacking the sisters, and Araragi's not gonna stand by and let that happen, even if Senjougahara isn't here for that. Because he helps people. That's what he does. She's even said that that's like why she likes him so much, partially, you know? I gotta help my sister. From the Kaiki, dude. See, he cares about his sisters. Thank you, Araragi. I appreciate that. And my family. He's being real with her right now. He even said, I'm not playing around anymore. My sisters, bro. I think she's not gonna fight him, right? Like, it's like a test to see how much he really needs to. Ooh. True. True. Aww. Because, yeah, she loves him because of, because he helps people and because he, like, is so kind, blah, blah, blah. And he, like, flipped it on her. What is happening? Alright. Do it again, Araragi. No, he's not gonna do it again. That wasn't the deal. What deal? With Kiki? Did you kidnap Araragi so that he could, like, investigate or something? What? Excuse me. Explain. Wait, was that his phone? Huh? I swear. You better not be... You better not be... What are you doing? Him? Oh, Hanakawa? Oh, wow. I don't know. What does Hanakawa have to fit? They had a deal. What? Okay. We haven't even seen Hanakawa this entire episode, so I don't even know where she's at. I kind of thought it was the dude, but no, it's Hanakawa. Dude, Hachikuji's reaching for the bus thing, but she can't reach it because she's like 10 years old or whatever. That's funny. Shinobu's not even trying to reach for it. She's just sitting. Yeah, Hachikuji, sit down. You're not going to reach that. Hanakawa. I have no idea how Hanakawa's going to fit into this. We know she was busy, right? Like, that's why they weren't tutoring. So she's doing something. Something that she didn't explain to Araragi because Araragi doesn't know about it. So, like, what would she do with Senjougahara as part of a deal that Araragi doesn't know about? Or that she wouldn't tell Araragi about? And it doesn't have to do with Kaiki and or the Fire Sisters. I don't know. Preview. Masuraga? Like, I don't know what that means. Okay. Paralegals are a kind of obscure crime. Is this just like her being bad with words because she keeps messing up her words, you know? Like sexual pact instead of act. I think they're doing that gimmick. They're just... What does Limelight have to do with the limes? A great question. Don't call you Masuragoga. Hey, did you get your BL novels early? Don't pull an all-nighter. Rotten. Okay, let me read the thing before I forget. Oh boy. This is a long one. Okay. Tsukihi. This is a Tsukihi one. Okay. Continuing on, the younger little sister. Okay, that's a question I actually was thinking. Because the phone with Senjougahara, it said younger little sister, I think. So I think Tsukihi is in trouble specifically. Which is at his house. Which is why he said, I'm going to go home. Okay, yeah. I think that makes the most sense. So Tsukihi's in trouble, not Karen. That's important. Okay, good. Continuing on, the younger little sister, Araragi Tsukihi, middle school, 2nd year. Birthday at the beginning of April, now 14 years old. Unlike the older fire sister, Tsukihi's hairstyle changes based on her mood in the season. That she would not stay with the same hairstyle for 3 months, conversely, makes it unclear if she has any preference. She had straight, long hair until just a while ago, but now it's a shaggy Dutch bob. As I wasn't interested, I didn't ask for details. That's funny. But apparently she has a favorite salon. Saloon? Salon? Salon, I think. It's not that I don't think she's conceited for a middle schooler, but in this day and age, that might just be how it is. It is how it is. However, in Tsukihi's case, the problem is not so much external as it is indeed internal. No matter what Karen may say, she's the same inside as she is outside. But Tsukihi's appearance betrays her character. It's key that her character isn't betraying her appearance. Ooh. It's key that her character isn't betraying her appearance. Her appearance betrays her character, but her character doesn't betray her appearance. What? Okay, wait, I gotta process that. Tsukihi's appearance betrays her character. So, like, what she looks like is different than what she is. Okay, no, I think I got it. So, her character, I think, is someone that would... How do I explain this? Like, okay. Her appearance betrays her character because she's putting up a front that's different than how she actually is. However, for her to put up a front that's different than how she actually is in character for her. So the act of her, like, trying to look certain ways is in character. Like, especially, like, I'm thinking she's trying to look certain ways to, like, be kind of deceitful or, like, mislead expectations. So that action is in character for her, is what that second part means. It's key that her character isn't betraying her appearance being that she puts on fake appearances, and that's, like, in character for her. Okay, nice. In contrast with her sister, Tsuki has docile, drooping eyes, a short build that's the absolute opposite of Karen, and a measured tone of voice that's truly like that of a girl's, but on the inside she's more aggressive than Karen, and worse, she's hot-tempered. After Karen committed some mayhem, I listened carefully at the circumstances behind it, and not once or twice I found that it all originated from Tsukihi. She is so hot-tempered that it may already be called hysteria. People around her are always bewildered by her gentle appearance in this gap. Yeah, so I think she tries to look gentle and then is actually a maniac, which I respect the maniac energy, you know? Well, if she has one saving grace, it's that she consistently only gets angry for the sake of someone else. That's similar to Araragi, right? I mean, Araragi does a lot of things for someone else, so that's interesting. To refer to a particular episode, this was back when Tsukihi was a second year in elementary school. A soccer ball that some upperclassmen were playing with came flying into the garden where her class was growing sunflowers during recess. The classmate in charge of watering the plants scolded the upperclassmen who came to retrieve the ball, but their high-handed talk back made him cry. Well, it's not something unusual in an elementary school, but hearing this, Tsukihi acted swiftly, located in an instant the class those upperclassmen belonged to, and charged into their classroom. Karen was with her, by the way. The turmoil subsequently commemorated, my pronunciation, as the Ikedoya incident, just because there was a Shinsengumi boom at the time, no real meaning behind this naming. Didn't end just with one upperclassman to be hospitalized and the furnishings of the classroom almost completely destroyed. Not satisfied, they went at length sending flowers. That's funny. Sending sunflowers as a get well gift to the hospitalized upperclassmen. Blech, my mouth. Okay, so justice. What is justice? Go read Plato's The Republic. I mean, because the question I'm kind of having is, Araragi sees what Tsukihi and Karen do as, like, a fake, and that they're using justice as a cover to hide behind for their violent impulses, which could be fair. And so, like, what we're seeing is, upperclassmen treat one of Tsukihi and Karen's classmates poorly, like, by doing the soccer ball stuff and, like, making the guy cry. And so Tsukihi and Karen, like, get revenge and just beat them to one of them being hospitalized. Oh, more than one. One getting hospitalized and just trashing the room. So they're like, I mean, it's like was said, right? They're getting mad for someone else's sake, specifically Tsukihi is. Maybe, like, Tsukihi, like, I'm kind of interested on how Karen feels about it. Like, maybe Karen is just fighting for the sake of fighting because she likes to fight, but Tsukihi is doing it for, like, personal vendettas, and she's, like, saying it's for justice, right? But really it's just because she was wronged, or not she was wronged, someone close to her was wronged, so she's, like, acting out to get revenge on that. But, like, to what degree is it deserved, right? Did the guy deserve to be hospitalized and have the room trashed for making the kid cry? I mean, no, that seems pretty extreme, but, like, if Tsukihi and Karen, like, pulled it back and, like, properly managed how much they got revenge, I mean, what would stop that from being, like, justice or whatever? Yeah. That is a good example, though, for, like, their, like, an example of what their violence justice, like, what they call justice but might actually be violence, what that looks like. Because, I mean, that does feel like kind of justice a little bit, you know? But it's really hard to say. Because, I mean, obviously it was extreme, and we don't really know how Karen feels about it. Like, there could be a disconnect between the two of them. You know, I don't, like, because now we know what Tsukihi, like, drives Tsukihi, but we don't know what drives Karen, other than following what Tsukihi tells her to, and maybe just violence for the sake of violence. Okay, interesting. Oh, man, my throat hurts. I'm taking another sip of my Dr. Pepper. The monologue, man, the monologue. Okay. We didn't get Karen, or we got Staple again. Not even Staple. I don't know the name of this one. We got the freaking Senjougahara one. I'm not going to worry about going to the B one again. I'm sure it's going to appear again. I mean, it was fire. If they use it only once, I'm going to get pissed. And then I'll definitely go back if they don't use it again. But yeah, so he runs into Senjougahara randomly. What I'm trying to get to with that is that, he, like, runs into Senjougahara, which, as opposed to, like, the relations with the other girls, where he was actually, like, making, like, dates to go, like, not dates, but, like, actively making situations to hang out with them. But with Karen and with Senjougahara, he just ran into them on the street, basically. So, like, the whole Senjougahara kind of, like, being jealous or talking about how popular he is, which could be, like, a front for, like, being kind of jealous, like, makes sense in that context somewhat, though. I mean, if he's tutoring with her, like, every day, her and Hanakawa, then him taking a day off to go like hang out with all the other characters, like that seems pretty reasonable. And it's not like Senjougahara is even necessarily that like messed up about it. I think she's just kind of like teasingly voicing concerns, but it's not like the relationship's falling apart, right? She's just kind of giving like a gentle reminder in her own way of like, don't forget to whom you belong. Don't do adultery. Like, it's fine if you're hanging out with them. Like, being popular is a good thing. Just be careful. Which is, I mean, that's pretty reasonable to me. What's more worrying and interesting is the whole Senjougahara's secret communications with Hanakawa, of which she apologizes to Araragi. Like, I have no idea. I'm like, my gut reaction is that it's connected to Kaiki. Kaiki? I think that's how you pronounce it. Kaiki? That's my gut, but no, it's not my gut. My gut tells me it's wrong. My gut has changed its mind. Because, like, the Kaiki thing feels different. Like, she was caught off guard by Kaiki, but Hanakawa... I think she had just, Araragi mentioning Kaiki was, like, the first time she's heard Kaiki's name in a while, I think. As opposed to the thing with Hanakawa was, like, pre-planned. Whatever went wrong. So, I think they're two separate things. I just have no idea what the Hanakawa one is. She literally, she apologizes? Let me just look at this. And, like, the piano is, like, kind of like, what's the word, like, discordant a little bit. Which I like. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I also feel like we never see her, like, apologize, which is worrying. She just says Hanakawa. Okay. But man, I do really like that as soon as Araragi realizes that his sister's in trouble, from younger little sister subject, help me, he immediately breaks the chains and says, like, the game's over, I'm going to my home, to my family, that's just how it is. And she says, oh, you'll have to defeat me, blah, blah, blah. And he says, but don't you love me for this? Isn't this what made you fall in love with me helping people? To which she says, good move, and then Hanakawa appears. Or the Hanakawa phone call interrupts. So yeah, he's going to go home, but perhaps Hanakawa is already at the home or something. Because, like, she knows Araragi's going home, and then she's apologizing when something went wrong with Hanakawa. So perhaps he'll run into Hanakawa, and so she's preemptively apologizing for what's going to go wrong. That's just kind of my best guess for that. Zada. I'm kind of curious if Kaiki actually is like a con man. I mean, I'll trust Senjougahara for now, but like this bad juju we got off of him, and him like investigating, like he says subjects, right? Even if the truth is as one as one suspects, not one suspect. Wait, let me reread this. Okay, the lesson for me here is that even if the truth is as one suspects, it may still be worthless. Why are you here? Maybe he was just trying to con Budu out of money or something. I hardly feel any aura at all. So yeah, maybe he was just trying to get money out of them as opposed to actually trying to like investigate something that was going wrong. The misreading suspects kind of hoed me there. I liked him though. He's very intriguing, and the blood river, you know, and the dead trees are like some really striking imagery that really make me like intrigued on him. But I can't tell what he's wanting. I guess it's that he might have wanted to like following what Senjougahara said, he might have wanted to con Budu's family, the Gain family. Like he had somehow gotten the information or like felt the aura that there was some oddity behavior going on, and so he was pulling up to try to like address that. Um, though there's like such an ominous like presence that it's maybe he didn't want to cure them, but maybe wanted to like cure them or kill them or something. I don't know. The ominous, like Araragi's like read of him being super ominous and like scary is kind of got me um perturbed, I should say. Even if the truth is as one suspects. This line is the one that really drawn me. It may still be worthless. What does he suspect right now? That there's like no aura left and that he's leaving? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so maybe this guy doesn't have anything to do with the sisters. But then, why do the sisters need help? Why does the younger sister need help? Okay, maybe the younger sister needing help is entirely the Hanakawa situation. Dude, I don't know. Is Hanakawa and Kaiki connected? I don't have any reason to believe that, do I? Oh, no, I don't think I do. Because he just walks off. Right? And we don't know if he's where he's going or what's going on there. Yeah, he walks off. And then let me see this phone call again with Hanakawa. Mushy mushy. I'm busy right now. And then she gets like afraid. She gets spooked by whatever's being said. Oh. Misunderstanding me? I've never said a word about that. Hanakawa. Maybe Hanakawa's losing her mind to a degree. I don't think so, though. I don't know. I never said a word about that. That makes me think that, like, Senjougahara told Hanakawa to do something, but then Hanakawa misunderstood, like there was a breach of communication, and that Hanakawa did something worse than Senjougahara wanted, and then now the deal's broken or whatever. But I don't know, like, what Senjougahara, like, told... I don't know their conversation! And with it being immediately after the sister says, help me, it makes me think that Hanakawa, like, pulled up to Araragi's house, but I don't know why Hanakawa would do that. I mean, Hanakawa and Araragi didn't leave off in a great spot, but Hanakawa wasn't really, like... I don't think she was really aware of what happened. They just kind of... At the end of Bake, Hanakawa and Araragi had just kind of, like, agreed to, like, not talk about it for now and, like, let themselves process it. So for her to immediately, like, freak out and start going after Araragi's family is kind of wacky whack to me, especially because her cat, Oddity, has to do with, like, building up stress until it bursts. So it's not like she's in cat mode or anything. Because I don't think enough time is built up for her to get stressed again like that. Not that much time has passed, right? I don't think that much has passed. I mean, I don't have the chronological perfect in my head. I'd have to re-look at some of the comments about how the dates are working to, like, really nail that down, but... And why do you give Araragi your phone? That's your phone, right? Or is that still Araragi's phone that she fished out? I guess it was still Araragi's phone. Yeah, it's still Araragi's phone. So Hanakawa calls Araragi's phone. And then she says, mushy mushy. She says, yo, what's up? I like how I say mushy mushy, like I'm doing the Japanese, and then I replace it with yo, what's up? Like, why did that happen? Okay, but she says hello, so Hanakawa immediately knows it's Senjougahara. Okay. Why would Hanakawa call... Give me some time. Okay. Perhaps Senjougahara kidnapped Araragi, not entirely for the Keiki thing, or the Kiki thing, or whatever. There could have been even more time. Maybe, like, Hanakawa... Okay, what about this? Senjougahara... Okay, what about this? Senjougahara gets told by Araragi about the Kaiki guy. Kaiki. About the Kaiki guy, right? So, she kidnaps Araragi, puts him in the room, and then what if she calls Hanakawa and says, yo, Hanakawa, deal with the Kaiki guy, figure him out, or something like that, right? And so, perhaps Senjougahara was working with Hanakawa to deal with Kaiki because she has become aware of him, and... During so, something went wrong that has to do with Araragi's house. Like, maybe the Kaike guy was attracted to the house because he felt some aura from, like, the Karen B situation that could be stirring. And then Hanakawa, like, intercepted and then things went wrong. Maybe. Though, Hanakawa was busy today, was she not? Dog bark, bark, bark. I don't know if you can hear the dog barking. You probably can. But if Hanakawa, what was Hanakawa busy with? I'm just gonna go to episode 1. I don't even care. Also, this entire thing, the handcuffs. Okay. Okay. Over summer break. Oh, it's summer break. Man, the trees are that destroyed in summer? Unlucky. 7:29 Saturday. Cool. Okay, over summer break, I'm being tutored every day, except for Sundays by Senjougahara. And also by Hanakawa. They're both geniuses. Mostly Hanakawa, but both are smart. But on that Saturday, so he was supposed to tutor today, but he didn't. Hanakawa, whom I was supposed to study with, something that I absolutely can't avoid came up. I'll make it up to you in exactly 2 days. So not Sunday, but Monday, which is the next time they would have met for studying. Perhaps Kaiki was attracted to Hanakawa due to her aura oddity stuff, because she still has the cat oddity going on. So maybe Kaiki tried to intercept Hanakawa, and that's the unavoidable thing that came up. And then the Senjougahara pulled into that because Hanakawa, I don't know. I don't know why she didn't go to Araragi. No, because she and Araragi... Okay, Hanakawa and Araragi still have some weird stuff going on. So maybe Hanakawa got intercepted by Kaiki, and then Hanakawa went to Senjougahara and was like, hey, what do I do about this? And they were working together to deal with that, which is why Araragi didn't get tutored today, at least by Hanakawa, but maybe even by both. I think by both. So the two of them were busy dealing with Kaiki, maybe. And that's why Araragi has gotten to, spend time with all the other characters or whatever. But then, Man runs into Kaiki himself. However, how surprised... Was she surprised when he said Kaiki? Let's see. She stops as soon as he says sinister. So, she's already thinking of Kaiki here. This totally could be like a holy crap, Araragi got pulled into it. Because originally I was thinking, oh, she hasn't seen Kaiki in forever, or heard of him in forever. She's caught off guard. That's why she freaked out so much. But for her to react to the word sinister alone is making me think, okay, maybe she was already dealing with Kaiki with Hanakawa, and then Araragi randomly got pulled into it, and then that caught her off guard, of which she was like, okay, I need to get a handle on this situation, kidnap Araragi. But then Araragi's sisters get in trouble, probably from Kaiki as well, because Kaiki is attracted to oddities, and I think Karen B is doing a thing, of which Hanakawa has to do with, because Hanakawa's already been intertwined with it all, which causes Araragi to go sicko mode and break out of his cuffs and say, I gotta go help my family. Which is respectable. I love Araragi for that. This is, selfless, help people Araragi is a great Araragi. But, of course, for Senjougahara to be, hiding this all from Araragi makes her feel bad and, apologize. Which, I mean, they're lying to each other. She's lying to him. I think she's lying to him about something. I mean, she's apologizing. She's doing secret business with Hanakawa. Not necessarily lying, but she's, withholding information. And then, friggin' Araragi actually lied to her with the nudity thing, saying, oh, I didn't see her naked, or whatever. Of which he was like, well, I only saw her back, so it doesn't really count. But that is a lie. He's doing, little lies. So, their communication isn't really in a perfect situation, which is unfortunate, especially because they agreed to, at least when it comes to oddities, talk it out with each other and not hide things from each other after the Hachikuji stuff. So, basically, that's where I think I'm at. Okay, I'm feeling that. Kaiki's interesting to me. I like his introduction was really spooky. Spooky. And it's almost like Kaiki's filling the void that Oshino left, and at the same time, I think Kaiki's attracted to all the oddities that we know as, tied to characters. So, he, for him to start showing up with oddities is a great way to, immediately make it Araragi's problem, because that's like Araragi's entire business is all the oddities he keeps like dealing with, like Hachikuji, freaking Sengoku with the snakes, and blah 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 blah, right? So yeah, I'm totally here for that. Was there anything else I'm trying to say? I'm kind of feeling this. I'm kind of feeling good. The bracelet thing was funny. That was a callback for last episode. Yada yada yada. Little preview. Is there anything in episode 2? I mean, there's the OP here. I really hope episode 4 does this OP. If it's fate, I can't idly stand by. And yeah, the sisters are so fiery that they could easily, like, if they get jabbed at by the Kaiki, or like someone they know gets jabbed at, like Sengoku gets jabbed at by Kaiki, then they'll definitely like make it their problem. Man, the animation though is like crazy on this. I love the bee imagery and like the honeycomb background so much. It's also interesting that it's so Karen focused. So like Karen's the one that gets bead, right? But that could be from Tsukihi. Hard to tell. Honestly, though, that'll probably do it for episode 3 of Nisemonogatari. On to the next episode 4. Of course, if you made this far into the video, or that's not how it goes. If you like the video, then like the video, subscribe if you're new. If you made it this far into the episode, I do appreciate it. Not that many people do. I can check the analytics, probably like 7% or something. But you're here, and that's what matters. I do appreciate you for that. If you're trying to talk to me, comment down below if you have anything to say. Join the Discord and talk to me there. That's usually the best way to reach me. But until then, that's all I really got for this episode. On to the next episode 4. I'll be seeing you then. Peace.